I'm out here today on the edge of Michigan. I'm in St. Clair, Michigan. Across the river is Canada. And I was actually doing some fishing, and I thought I'd just kind of take a break. It's hot. I'm going to stand here in the shade. But being in the recruiting industry, I've got, I wouldn't say access, but I deal with a lot of companies, not just in the US, but around the world. I talk to them. And here's the problem. Let's talk about this. This is serious. This is I need to get this off my chest a little bit, but the job market appears somewhat stable, but it's really starting to crack at best. Like, the stability that's been in the job market is not really there. So let me give you a few stats, and I have my notes with me. So the jobless claims hit their highest in 8 months at 248,000 last week. So 248,000 job claims just last week. Now, it's still within the post-COVID range, but the problem is it's not declining. It's growing. So the OECD, and I can put all these stats and links and references link them in the body here of the video, but the OECD just slashed job growth for the US. The forecast is now 1.6%, which is a 43% drop from last year alone. And while the markets stay strong, experts really are warning that the foundation is shifting. Like, the markets are good one day and then the next. They're very volatile right now. This could potentially be the calm before the storm. Now, maybe I'm telling you this and things are looser than they look, but everything is tentative right now. Like, everything is tentative. Companies are having issues. And that trickles down to everything else. Prices are up for everything. So let me talk about layoffs. So I just did some research on this the other day, and the problem is the numbers are getting worse. So I figured this is the time to talk about this. So Q1, nearly 700,000 jobs were cut. That's an 80% increase from year to year. The Fed jobs, they cut almost 300,000 jobs this year. Retail layoffs, believe it or not, retail layoffs went up 274%. That's crazy. Stores like Macy's, JCPenney, CVS, Forever 21, Rite Aid. I mean, they're just dropping people right and left. They're dropping stores. They're cutting things off. You know, Rite Aid is closing or cutting most of their stores and staff. Even the biotech and the healthcare firms like Google, Genentech, Starbucks, they're making huge cuts. Microsoft, and I want to go into Microsoft in another video, but Microsoft just the other day made huge cuts. Amazon, as of yesterday, told everybody that they had to go into their corporate office in Seattle or quit. So Amazon's cutting people, and Amazon's making billions of dollars. A lot of these companies aren't struggling financially. They're not struggling financially. Now, retail, some struggles, but a lot of these companies, especially in the tech industry, the biotech industry, they're not struggling. They're making billions of dollars, and they're still cutting people. I mean, they're trying to be preemptive, I think, in their strikes, in protecting their revenue, in growing their revenue. One way to grow revenue is to get rid of costs, and people are a cost. You are a cost. You're a liability. As an employee, you're a liability. You're not an asset most of the time. You're replaceable liability. So in AI, how is that triggering it? We could talk about that in another video, because I think that's going to have significant cuts in the job market, in industry, and how we do things. Yes, it's going to increase efficiency, but it's going to cut a ton of people. Like, there's going to be a lot of jobs that are going to be lost really, really quickly. Okay, let's talk about hiring being stalled. openings falling. Now, as a recruiter, executive recruiter, I fill executive openings. So I typically fill openings at the top. So I get some access to how companies are going to decide what they're going to do, what their plans on. Now, they don't share their deep, dark secrets with me. They just share kind of an overall plan and who they're looking for and why. So I know very superficial stuff, and I usually have to sign confidential documents. I can't share this information, but here, and this is not applicable to any one company. This is overall. The information that I'm giving is available to the public. It's not secret information. This is just doing your homework. Now, there are still jobs that are still high, but the trend is really going down. Jolt data shows openings fell 11% year over year, almost 300,000 fewer openings month over month. And I'll put all these stats and all this material in the body here of the video. Indeed, if you go on Indeed job site, the hiring index is down 10% from last year alone. Hiring slowed from 251,000 monthly in 2023 to just over 180,000 this year. Now, the problem is the brakes are really slowing down on the market as more and more headlines occur, and this doesn't even factor in the new war that's going to go on in Iran and Israel. I don't want to even predict how that's going to happen, and I can't predict. Not smart enough, not that kind of guy. We will talk about how those things affect the job market, how those things affect the economy, and we'll learn that together. But unemployment claims are steadily rising. So weekly filings aren't falling, but they've been stuck at 8 months highs. Unemployment rose to 4.1% in February, despite shrinking labor force. Now here's the problem. True unemployment does not include, so unemployment doesn't include people that are off of benefits. So for example, this just includes people who are collecting benefits. It's true unemployment, and we can go into this, is just, they predicted, or their stats say that it's just over 25%. So 25% of the American workforce is unemployed. This is sad. So payroll growth. So payroll growth in February was 151,000. It's well under the expectations that they had of 170,000. Glassdoor confidence index is at a record low, 44%. Only 44%. Think about this. Only 44% of the people are comfortable and confident in their jobs. Those are warning signs. Those are big warning signs. Those aren't, we've got layoffs, we've got stalled hiring, we've got declining confidence. These are huge things, and I'm not trying to make you afraid. I'm just trying to make you aware. I'm trying to bring things to light. We need to be aware. We need to be prepared. This isn't to scare you, it's to prepare you. Just like my wife watches Ryan Hall, y'all, who does the weather. And he says, don't be scared, be prepared. And it's the same thing with the economy. Same thing with buying. All these things are applicable. Be ready, be prepared. If you're not prepared, you'll never be able to survive. It's the people that are fighting and preparing and getting ready and understand what's ahead and don't deny it. It's here. I know a lot of people deny it. Oh, it's good, it's fine. I've got a personal story where a family member, I said, okay, he wants to buy something, a new home. And I said, how confident are you that you won't be let go in your job? He said, oh, I'll never be let go. I just think that's denial. I think that's naive. Maybe somebody that hasn't been through problems and troubles. You just got to be prepared. What if something happens? Because it will. It's not a matter of if something will happen. It's a matter of, and I'm here standing in the shade so I don't get burnt by the sun. I was in the sun for a while. But I have bugs attacking me. Just can't win. So here's the question: what sectors are more at risk than anything else? You know, the problem is it's manufacturing. 7,000 jobs a month. We're losing 7,000 or more jobs per month in manufacturing. Like, it's been shredding manufacturing. Now, there's a lot of new promises because of tariffs. We can go into that in another discussion. But manufacturing is in the United States is suffering greatly. Construction industry, which is normally flying, it's growing, it's huge. This time of year, the summertime, is next to no growth. Public administration, those are being killed. Company or governments are reevaluating their efficiency, their tax income. So the public administration, that should be scrutinized, and they should hire fewer people because the benefits are big. Usually, there's maybe not salary, but there's a lot of other add-ons that add up, and we could talk about that because I actually was involved in government at one time. So even healthcare, they're all having problems. Like the healthcare industry, it's unstable. Stability is shrinking, especially for roles that were once recession-proof. The medical industry, the healthcare industry, used to be a recession-proof industry, and it's not now. But the key is, why does it matter? What's the difference? You may feel secure now, but I think this is your wake-up call. This is your wake-up moment. This is the time for all of us to wake up. Like, we just need to wake up and figure out what's going on. Hiring is slowing. Unemployment filings are on the rise. Confidence is collapsing. Here's the truth. The confidence in the economy is truly collapsing. Job security used to be a contract. It used to be guaranteed. It used to be something, hey, job security was here if you work hard. But now it's just an illusion. There is no such a thing as job security anymore. And I'm emotional about this because this is what I live and breathe, the job market. This is my industry, and I see people who are just denying what's going on. It kind of makes me sad. Like, start paying attention. Get ready. You can survive this, but you got to be ready for it. Now, especially if you're mid-career, like say you're mid-career or you're older, switching fields may be tough. Industries are closing faster. Doors are closing faster than they used to. If you're a graduate, I talk to a lot of new graduates, and they're suffering. They realize that they're just not prepared for what's out there. They're not prepared. They're not getting interviews. It's harder than they thought. A lot of them, I've seen a lot of them giving up, and that to me it's sad. Here's what we can do now. Things are slow. I say upskill yourself. Figure out growth niches. What's going to be out there? And I know people have paused, and some people I know are taking care of their parents, doing that type of thing. I think that's good, but I don't think you should stop learning and making yourself more of a resource. Learning AI, and I focused on this in one video. Learn AI. It's here. You got to know it. Don't be afraid of it. Learn how to use it. Learn how the tool works. Put tools together for yourself. And I can talk about my friend that I helped, who was petrified of technology, and I helped him learn AI, and now he's writing code and writing apps and doing things and having AI do a lot of great things for himself. Here's another option, build a side income, so you have backups. So you're not, all your eggs aren't in one basket. Network, get out there, network intentionally, be decisive about your networking, be purposeful about your networking. Reach out to people now before you need them. Let me reiterate that. I hear from a lot of people kind of after the fact. Reach out to people and network now before you need them. Because here's the key. Nobody wants to be the person you reach out to after when you need a favor. Reach out to these people before you need favors. And here's some important stuff, and here's things that hit home. Start an emergency fund. 3 months, 6 months if you can. Save money. Scrutinize your purchases. Stay alert on data, on the news, on the job market. Do your own homework. Don't believe everything that you hear, but look at jobless claims, look at openings, look at confidence indexes. All those things are out there. You stay alert. You understand what's happening so you can maneuver and work. If there's, just like when I drove here today, there were roads that were closed and my GPS rerouted me. If I would have forced myself and said, hey, I'm going through that, I would be stuck in those for hours. But it rerouted me different locations because there was an accident or construction or things going on. Don't play, I always say, don't, hope is not a plan. Hope is not a plan. You need to be prepared. Okay, let me calm down, okay? This is about us learning, about us being prepared. And this isn't fear, this is foresight. The job market isn't broken yet, but it's cracking. Every slowdown has survivors. Today might not be the day that you get the biggest job you ever wanted, but you could prepare for that. You could be that person quietly preparing, learning AI, learning the industry, learning different skills. And then when the market opens up a little bit, you could be that person that they need. Everybody sat back, relaxed in the summer, and you were preparing. You got to be ready. Like I always say, be ready. Don't be retroactive. Don't react to something, but just be ready for it. Be prepared. Like the Cub Scouts and the Boy Scouts say, be prepared, because it's true. You got to be prepared. And this is more important now than it ever has been. Let's not wait to feel it. Let's work on this together. This is not about being panicked. This is about being purposeful. Okay, I'm going to calm down. We can get through this together. Put some notes in the comments on what your thoughts are. Has this affected you? And you may know more about this than I do, but let me know what you think. And thanks for watching. And whether you're in the United States or Canada, thanks for watching and have a great day.